Yo, what's going on everybody? It's your boy Naruto Explained here, and today we are doing the 200,000 subscriber Q&A. And first of all, hands down, have to say thank you so freaking much. I almost said the other word. I'm trying to be a good boy for 2021. Thank you so much for 200,000 subscribers. And I gotta say, like on some real, you guys answered the call to action big time, because I was making a huge push for 200,000 subscribers before the end of 2020, and you guys got me there, and you guys actually got me there a few days earlier than my birthday. So that was one hell of a birthday present. Thank you so much for that, guys. You guys have no idea how humble and how flattered I am that so many of you guys like the content, whether it be me talking about your theories or sharing my own theories or talking about like the little known lore of Naruto or talking about some of the stuff that happens in the novels or the episode reviews, the chapter reviews. It just means a lot that just so many of you guys come to the channel, leave comments, and we just been building a really chill, I feel like we have been building a really chill, probably the most chill corner in the Naruto community. I feel like for us, we don't get into any of that drama, nothing like that. You know, some of you guys troll down the comment section, but for the most part, it's live and let live. Much respect to all you guys for keeping it civil. So like always, for the 200,000 subscriber Q&A, and every Q&A that I do, you know, no topic is off limits, and it's just a really fun way to interact with you guys. So with all that being said though, let's go ahead and jump into the 200,000 subscriber Q&A. I've gone on for 2 minutes now. All right, man. So Akeem, I can't say the last name, my dude. Damn. As you know, this is a Q&A for me, man. Like, I'm gonna butcher some names faster than I butcher Naruto character names. So, yo, on the real though, right? So he says, why are the characters of Boruto keep draining my boy Sasuke's ball? My mans can barely stand up straight. First of all, Sakura drains Sasuke's balls because Sakura uses chakra control when she sucks Sasuke off. So that's number one right there. Number two, you know, honestly, man, like, at this point, I just keep going back to what Masashi Kishimoto did back in Naruto Gaiden back in 2015. That started the whole process of Sasuke, I'm out of chakra. Boruto's taken it and made it a little bit of a meme, and sometimes I wonder if the animators actually know what some of the fans are saying on that, because, you know, especially in the time slip arc, it really felt like they were just kind of trolling Sasuke at this point. Joshua Bernard says, when you say if we get to 3,000 likes, I'll do a what if video, do you have the video ready and you're looking for an excuse to upload it, or do you really wait for the 3K likes to prepare the videos? P.S. I love your content. Please don't quit. Love you. So that one's tricky, right? That one's tricky. So for like the like goals and everything, like I actually got the idea from the big homie Nux Taku, because, you know, when Nux gave me some advice behind the scenes, you know, one of the things that I noticed that he was doing with this channel was he would always give these like goals. And I was like, damn, you know, Anime Balls Deep does that too. They might be onto something here. And so I decided I wanted to try that. And, you know, for some of the videos, I had the videos already done. For others, I didn't have the videos done. And then it hit me. I said, wait a second. These dudes can give out the like goals because they got hella editors. I was like, wait a second, man. You know, especially when I started trying that shit like in early 2020, I was like, oh shit, man, I gotta try and get this long ass video done in a week. You know, I don't do YouTube full time, man. Like, I work a full 45-hour day job. So, you know, when that happens, it's just like, oh shit, dude, how the fuck am I gonna get this video out? So I've learned if I put out a like goal like that, I better have the video done. Obviously, I work with editors now, which I've got like some really amazing guys that, you know, edit for me. You know, there's two in particular. Once their schedules are free, they make some of the most amazing videos, man. Like, I'm very fortunate to have some people that are willing to work with me. You know, I got, for the most part, I still edit probably about half the content you guys see within a week, but, you know, for the most part though, man, like, again, I got some really talented people. So, you know, now when I give a like goal, I'm gonna make sure I got the video already done, that way I can kind of get it out. Chelsea78 says, more about Boruto's abilities and how they will do the time skip. So, you know, for Boruto's abilities, man, you know, I think by the time you guys are seeing this, I should have already uploaded the Boruto water release video. So I would like to see with the character of Boruto, the manga's not going to do it just based on the manga's pace, but I would like to see Boruto double down on learning more advanced lightning release. I think it's very cool that Boruto invented his own lightning release jutsu, the Thunderclap Arrow. I feel like the anime next time when Boruto makes a jutsu, just as you saw him make the new version of the rasengan, he has the compression rasengan. I think that we need to see Boruto develop new jutsu. Like, that's not something that I was very pleased with, that the anime just kind of dropped in our laps. Like, oh shit, there's a thunderclap arrow. I thought that, you know, for that one, we need to see Boruto try and learn it, maybe with Sasuke overseeing it, because Sasuke said, like, hey, once you learn the fundamentals of lightning release, I'll teach you more advanced lightning release jutsu. And given that that scene with Boruto happens after the Sasuke Shinden novel, we know that Sasuke has begun teaching Team 7 lightning release jutsu. So I feel like that was a missed opportunity. So as far as how they'll do the time skip, I definitely think the time skip is coming in the manga. You know, Ikimoto's even said that that time is coming here. And I feel like what Ikimoto said back in, I think 2016 or 2017, it was either Ikimoto or it was one of the animators. You know, one of the things they said is that the designs for the characters in the post time skip are subject to change, in particular with Boruto. They were just really looking to try and find something cool to make him radically different than what we got last time we saw him in the Boruto movie that came out in 2015, because the manga came out in 2016. It was a very quick turnaround. Like, the movie, I want to say, was like summer 2015, and then the manga came out in, I think, April of 2016. So they went for the radical, edgy design for Boruto, and they hadn't really thought up some of the abilities and everything, and what his eye was and what the markings were and everything. So I think that once you start looking at that, I think they're going to change some stuff. So for the time skip, I would say the best way to probably handle the time skip would be to, damn, I'm starting to realize I suck at rapid fire questions. I think the best way to actually set that up, I think that there needs to be a big cliffhanger. Like there needs to be a very big cliffhanger. I don't think that the battle with Isshiki served as a good enough catalyst. Now, if you told me something was wrong with Naruto, or you told me that Sasuke permanently lost his rinnegan, then that's good enough. I think that's good enough to go into time skip because it raises the stakes. But I don't think that they've quite hit that bar yet, but I'm curious to see what they do. So Big Boy says, react to this terrible theory which has zero evidence that the Otsutsuki clan can pass on their karma if they have one horn or more, that they can only pass on karma. You know what, man, I'm not gonna call that a terrible theory. I'm not gonna say I agree with it either, but what I am gonna say is that I think it's a missed opportunity if they don't distinguish, you know, differences between, you know, this person has one horn, this person has another. That'd be a really easy way to identify people based on ranking. They changed Kaguya's origin story and just kept adding more and more and more. At this point, if Naruto had a fucking narrator telling the story, and you tell I'm getting pissed off because I'm starting to curse. Like, if Naruto had a fucking narrator telling the story, the narrator would be unreliable because Kaguya kept getting changed every 2 fucking seconds. Like, when she gets introduced in the manga, the bitch don't say 2 words in the fucking manga. Black Zetsu's just doing all this talking. It's like, oh, she's a princess. And then in Kishimoto's data book, she's the princess of the Otsutsuki clan. And then you realize, oh, it's just the Otsutsuki clan on Earth. And then the Shippuden anime tries to come in there and make her a relatable character. And I even, you know, did Cap back when I was trying to grow the first channel. I was like, Kaguya's tragic origin story. Like, get the fuck out of it, that weak ass shit in the anime. But like, the thing is like they tried to make her more relatable, and then they tried to show you that on the moon that there was apparently 2 whole ass clans in the Otsutsuki clan that were having a civil war, and it's just like, what the actual fuck? And then like, oh, Isshiki's been on Earth this whole time and nobody knew who the fuck he was. Like, I feel like the Sasuke clan is a complete clusterfuck. Anyway, I went on a rant right there, man. I hope that answers your question. As far as my thoughts on that theory, I don't think that it's terrible, but that's only by default, given the fact that the Sasuke clan itself is terrible. Obito-sama says, and I know somebody's gonna, like, whatever, have fun down in the comment section. Okay, Obito-sama, Jesus Christ, I went on a rant, man. First of all, congratulations on 200K, but I'm curious, what do you think Jigen or Isshiki's promise to all the car members? Okay, he kept telling them that their wish will come true, but Jigen's plans is to create a divine tree which would kill everyone on the planet. So what would the car members get out of that? How would their wish be fulfilled if they were all caught up in the divine tree, presumably dead? Would love to hear what you guys say on this. So I'm gonna say this right here. So I think that Isshiki was planning to betray all of them, hands down. I think he was planning to betray them because nothing about the character Isshiki really gives off the vibe that this is somebody that's going to keep his words. Like, I think that he told him exactly what he needed to hear as a means to an end, much in the same way that, you know, Obito and Zetsu allowed Nagato to think that he was actually going to be able to use the Biju as a way to seal inside the Girumazu statue and control war and cause shared pain. That way people find peace through shared pain. They weren't planning on going through with that shit. The moment that all the Biju were collected, Nagato would have been forced to revive Madara. Madara would have became the Jinchuriki, and then it would have been GG. Like, I think that this is just a classic betrayal thing. Now, to kind of go back though, I actually thought about this from my earlier question. For a time skip, I think the best way you can set up that cliffhanger is if you have Sasuke in a position where Sasuke has to pick between continuing to serve Konoha and actually protecting his student Boruto, because given the fact that Boruto has no Otsutsuki inside of him, I think that because Boruto has that Otsutsuki inside of him, because Momoshiki's there, that you could have a scenario where the Kage are outraged over this, and in an effort to protect Boruto, Sasuke takes him with them. So you could see inner war between the 5 Kage. It doesn't turn into full-blown war, but I think that Boruto's going to have to come up with a way to free himself of the Karma Seal. I think that that's kind of where they're going. I've said this before. It really gives me Black Clover vibes on this. How Asta's having to go through and find proof of devils. That way he can actually clear his name inside the Clover Kingdom. Boruto could benefit from something like that. And it'd be ironic given the fact that, you know, people say Black Clover rips off Naruto. It'd be ironic if Boruto borrowed one of Black Clover's elements right now and try to do it better itself. So anyway, going back to what you said, Obito-sama, you know, basically I think that Jigen was using them in that, or Isshiki was using them in that point blank period. They're just in a scenario to where they're gonna get used and thrown away. Nazaka Phyllis, and if I said your name wrong, I apologize. He says, now that Kishimoto's back, it'll be cool to have the 5th grade ninja war. I think that with Kishimoto being back, because Kishimoto's such a science fiction dude, we're probably gonna see an intergalactic war. I think that that's gonna be hard as hell to pull off. And you know, in the manga, not the anime, but in the manga, the 4th grade ninja war, I don't think the 4th grade ninja war was very well executed. That's over a third of the Naruto manga, and there were times that the war arc felt like it dragged out, especially in 2010. That shit dragged the fuck out. That shit dragged the fuck out in 2010. Like about mid or late 2011, that's when Kishimoto finally started hitting a stride, in my opinion. And again, maybe that's because I was reading it weekly, but in my opinion, that shit dragged out until about mid 2011, and then it hit a pretty good pacing and a pretty good way of kind of constantly raising the stakes and throwing zingers for you. But that's gonna be tough if Kishimoto pulls something that ambitious, because with the war arc, you know, you have to be trying to say like, hey, this is what I'm trying to say about humanity. This is what I feel like the next generation needs to know about war. I feel like he's already told one message about war. So what is the message you're gonna tell with this one? That's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be interesting to see what his theme for this next war is gonna be. Doge 2K. Let's say you are an Uchiha. At what moment do you think you would have unlocked your Mangekyo Sharingan? Hands down, it would have been in 2018 when Ashley died, man. It'd have been then. It'd have been then, because that fucked me up, man. That fucked me up. That's like one of the few times where, you know, the people that were with me on Kryptonia saying, they know this story, man. You know, for me, you know, to lose Ashley, my birthday weekend, man, like, that fucked me up, man. Like, I've known that woman for a while. I love that woman more than I love some of my family. Like, you would have to go into, like, my mom, my sister, my grandmom. You would have to go up that high of a list of family members before you get to people that I didn't love that woman more than them. So, I mean, you know, to lose her, that fucked me up, man. Like, that's one of the few times where, you know, I'm glad that I worked so far ahead in advance. Like, I literally have my videos planned out for 2021. I'm literally writing down videos for 2022. That's how far ahead in advance I work. And I know someone's like, Jesus Christ, you upload 5 days a week, sometimes daily. Yes, I plan out a Like, when I say there's a lot of lore for Naruto and I've not even scratched the surface of it, I'm not capping at this point. If Boruto ended tomorrow, I could talk Naruto on YouTube for another 3 years easy. So I said to say, you know, I was fucked up from like January to about March, and everything that was coming out was just shit that I had already recorded, man. And you know, I think I made like 1 or 2 videos during that time. Like, other than that, like, that'd have been when I unlocked my Mangekyo Sharingan. I definitely, you know, because when you lose somebody like that, it fucks with you, man. That hands down fucks with you, you know. And if that didn't do it, you know, I know somebody's gonna laugh at this shit. I don't really give a fuck, you know. That would have did it, but you know, if that didn't do it, it definitely would have been when I lost Jennifer in May, or when I lost my dog Prince in May as well. It'd have been one of those 3 moments right there, man. Shit, you know, that's a somber moment, man. Yeah, I still have a hard time talking about this shit, man. You know, like, you know, one of the things they say is that sometimes when people smile, it isn't always because they're happy. You know, you have uncomfortable smiles and everything. I'm smiling like right now. That's one thing I do. Like, you say something gets me uncomfortable, you know, I start smiling. You know, I blink my eyes a lot. Now I'm in therapy, you know. I blink my eyes a lot, and my therapist says I blink my eyes a lot, and I smile. I smile. Like, I don't normally smile, but I fucking smile. Like, man, I'll move on, man, because I'm getting uncomfortable on that one. In a good way, I need to talk about it. So I thank you for that comment, man. I'm going to actually give you a heart for that one. Crown says, imagine if Kakashi combined Rasengan with the lightning chakra nature and Shippuden to form the vanishing Rasengan. How would this impact future events going forward? You know, that's actually not a bad what if. I'm going to give you a heart on that one. I got to think on that one. That's actually a good what if right there. Only thing on that is that, like, the Sharingan should be able to see that. So, I mean, depending on who Kakashi fights, I mean, it'll definitely help against Pain, because Pain with the Rinnegan can't see chakra. You know, Sasuke came with the Rinnegan because Sasuke's Rinnegan directly came from a Sharingan that was actually his. That's a little tricky. You know, Nagato can't actually use the Sharingan abilities, even though he's got Madara's eyes. So that one's tricky, but against non-Sharingan users, that would definitely come in handy. But yeah, man, thank you so much for 200,000 subscribers, man. This is fucking mind-blowing. This is the longest Q&A I've ever fucking recorded. We got some very, very good questions, man. And, you know, some of the questions I wasn't fucking expecting. And I mean that in a good way. You know, you guys wanted to know about me as a person, so that was different for a change, man. And, you know, I don't hold back. So, you know, if I trigger some people, I'm sorry. But, you know, no filter, no script on this shit. You know, I recorded about an hour and 15 minutes worth of audio. So expect more Q&As in the future. I'll just go back to this one and the one from the 190,000 subscribers Q&A, and I'll just take some of those questions and turn those into extra videos. That way, you know, more people can get their questions answered. But thank you so much for 200,000 subscribers, man. You know, I think 2021 is gonna be a good year for the channel. I know the videos that are planned, and I know what the anime, it looks like what the anime's doing. The manga's going into a time skip. We're gonna be eating good this year, man. So thank you again for 200,000 subscribers. But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching to the end. Have an awesome day, guys.